What if the biggest threat to your future is not the rise of artificial intelligence, but the state of your own untrained mind? In a world where machines are becoming increasingly intelligent every day, the real risk isn't that technology will eventually outpace us. It is that we might stop challenging ourselves to grow, adapt, and think at our best. The people who will succeed in the coming decade will not necessarily be those who hold the most information, but rather those who possess the highest level of cognitive adaptability. For a long time, human intelligence was defined by information. If you knew the most facts, you were considered the most intelligent. However, we live in an era where information is ubiquitous. With AI providing instant access to global knowledge, our value no longer lies in what we know, but in how we think, how we adapt, and how we apply our minds to create meaningful results. The current education system is largely a relic of the industrial era. It was designed to prepare people for factory work, teaching them to think in a linear, repetitive fashion: input, processing, and output. It was a model built for consistency, not for innovation. Today, however, that entire structure is being challenged. We are so quick to defend a system designed to keep us operating within limited boundaries, but we must ask ourselves, are we meant to simply learn facts, get a job, pay taxes, and repeat? Or is there something more? There is a prevalent fear that AI will replace human labor and make our skills obsolete. While it is true that technology will automate many tasks, we must view this not as a dystopian threat, but as an opportunity for leverage. Think of AI like a high-performance vehicle. The technology is incredibly powerful, but it is the driver who makes the difference. If you put an unskilled person in a Formula One car, they will not achieve the results of a professional racer. It is the driver's strategy, vision, and decision-making that make the technology effective. When you use AI, it only scales and amplifies what you bring to it. If you approach AI with a confused or chaotic mindset, it will simply amplify that confusion. Conversely, if you approach it with clarity, strong intent, and the ability to ask the right questions, it becomes a powerful partner. This is why our internal operating system, our ability to think, is the most valuable technology we will ever own. One of the most critical skills missing from our modern repertoire is metacognition, the ability to think about your own thinking. We often run on autopilot, following unconscious habits and mental loops that we never actually designed. Many of us are reactive rather than proactive. We spend our days reacting to emails, notifications, and environmental pressures, under the illusion that we are being productive. Truly proactive thinking requires pausing, auditing those habits, and asking, why am I doing this? Is this actually taking me toward the result I desire? This is why silence and solitude are so radical in the digital age. Most people are drowning in a constant stream of external noise and stimuli. To upgrade your human intelligence, you must learn to disconnect. By sitting with yourself in silence and observing your own thought patterns, you begin to see the programs you have been running. Are these thoughts serving you, or are they limiting you? Once you can identify these patterns, you have the power to rewrite them. Cognitive flexibility is another essential pillar of intelligence. History is filled with companies and individuals who were technically brilliant, but failed because they became rigid. They were so attached to their established way of doing things that they couldn't pivot when the world changed. Change is the only constant. Our superpower as humans is not our ability to remain static, but our ability to evolve rapidly. We are wired to adapt. Learning is the vehicle of evolution, and collaborative effort, whether with other humans or with AI tools, drives that evolution forward. Ultimately, your intelligence is defined by your ability to create the life you desire and deserve. It is not about how well you perform on a standardized test. It is about how effectively you use your brain to navigate challenges and build a future. We need to stop viewing ourselves as fixed products and start seeing our minds as dynamic systems that require constant maintenance, updates, and training. If you don't have experience in a certain area, or if you haven't been exposed to new ways of thinking, it is easy to assume that your current reality is the only reality. But your blind spots are only permanent if you refuse to look for them. By asking better questions, you provide directions to your brain. Treat your questions like prompts for an AI. The quality of your answer depends entirely on the clarity and intent of your prompt. The path forward is simple but challenging. Take responsibility for your own operating system. Don't let your mental landscape be hijacked by external algorithms or societal conditioning. Instead, cultivate self-awareness, prioritize cognitive flexibility, and treat technology as a partner in your growth rather than a replacement for your intellect. Your potential is not fixed. It is waiting for you to program it. Like and subscribe for more cognitive insights. Have a nice day.